Hey y'all, this is Brad with Cornerstone Construction, and in the next basics video, what we want to talk about is the insurance process and how that works. Now, there's really two ways that you might sell a roof. It could be either with insurance money, or it can be a retail customer for, maybe the insurance didn't approve the roof, they don't have damage, but the roof is old. Maybe they've recently bought the home, so it wasn't covered when the last storm came through under their current policy, whatever the case may be. We want you to be equipped to sell both of those. As you go through the six-figure blueprint, you're going to see videos on both how to sell insurance and techniques for doing that, and how to do retail. But what we also know is that most of the roofs in America are replaced through insurance money. A hailstorm comes through, a windstorm comes through, a hurricane, tornado, whatever the case may be, and the insurance company is going to end up buying that roof is what we refer to it as, and they're going to pay the customer to replace that roof. All right, they're going to give them money to get a new roof put on to continue to insure that asset that the bank has required that insurance on because they've got a mortgage or over, right? That's why people have insurance. Is the bank says, hey, look, we gave you $250,000 for this house, or $100,000 or whatever. You got to have some insurance so that if it gets damaged, the money that we've loaned on this asset is secure. All right, that's really what insurance breaks down to on a house, right? So we know that that's going to be the largest driver for somebody being able to afford a roof and being able to get a roof is damage that is paid for by the insurance company. And there's going to be two types of damage and two situations in which you're going to get those roofs claims filed and get those roofs replaced. So your two types of damage are hail, that's ice that falls from the sky, right? Hits the roof, dents the shingles, causes leaks, and wind, which causes the seal between two shingles to break and blow up and can also cause leaks. Hail is really more preferable to wind, but if you can find both on a roof, that's great. Generally speaking, an insurance company replaces shingles when there's wind damage. They replace roofs when there's hail damage. So hail is what we're looking for, okay? You'll see more videos on how to identify both of those, how to tell the difference between hail damage, wind damage, what we call mechanical damage. That's from people walking on the roof, and what we call blistering, which is generally a moisture and ventilation issue of the shingles over time. If the roof's not properly ventilated, you get what's called blistering, but you'll see all that in some other videos. So the process to replace a roof starts, generally speaking, with our inspection, okay? And that lead may come to you from you out knocking on a door. It may come to you through the office. It may come to you through your social media posts. You got a friend that calls you up or sends you a text or a message and says, hey, come look at my roof, or look at my grandma's roof, or cousins, or whatever. So however it happens, it's generally going to start with us going out there, whether it's old damage and a storm has come through a while ago, or new damage and a storm just came through. It's going to start with us going out there and doing that inspection. And we'll talk about, again, in some other videos, the difference between the environment when it's a new storm versus an old storm. But just right now, just understand that it's generally going to start with us. And it starts with us rather than the insurance company in most cases, because they would rather waste our time on the roof than their time. All right, the insurance company would rather, Brad from Cornerstone Construction or whoever go out there and look at that roof and identify that damage before they send out an adjuster that they're paying money to come confirm that damage and write that scope of loss and pay out some money. So we go out there and we say, hey, yeah, Mr. and Miss Jones, you've got some hail damage on the roof, and they say, okay, well, hey, Brad, what's the next step? Well, the next step is to sit down and file that claim. All right, so you'll sit down with the homeowner, pull up the phone number. It'll be a 1-800 number, 877, whatever. It's not their agent that you're calling, okay? You're not going to call the person that sold them their insurance. That person has nothing to do with claims, and in fact, there's some value to them minimizing the number of claims that are filed on their policies annually, all right? So they don't necessarily want that claim filed, okay? What you want to do is call the claims number for that insurance company, help them file that claim. The adjuster on the phone, or the claims rep on the phone, is going to ask some questions from them. They may even ask some questions from you. Hey, do you already have a contractor yet? Have you had a roofer on the roof to look at